Okay, in this segment we're going to look at the browser bar. The browser is this browser that pops up over here. Usually it's automatically set to the left side of the page, but you can put the browser like the toolbar anywhere you want, left or right, pretty much, not top or bottom. You can also change it just like the toolbar. Remember the little pins up at the top of the toolbar? You can pin it so it stays out. Notice how it changed my screen there. Or you can unpin it so it will roll in and out as you hover over it. With the browser, if it ever you lose it or it's not there anymore and you want to get it back, all you got to do is go to View, Browser, and there it is. So if for some reason your browser's not open or it's closed, to get it back, all you got to do is hit View, go down to Browser, and there it is. So it's pretty easy to bring that back. All right, looking at the browser, there's 7 different sections in the browser that we're going to look at right here. All these little icons up here at the top of the browser are different sections of the browser. The first one is pretty basic. It's just the page browser. And what this does is it shows you all the pages you created. So here's my first page, and maybe I want to jump to my 3rd page. All you got to do is click on it, jumps you right to your 3rd page. Jumps you to 4th, things like that. You can bounce around your browser. The thing that's nice about in the page browser is maybe I want this first page to be second. All I got to do is click and drag, and it will move it around. See how I can move it back and forth however I want. If I want to duplicate, maybe I want this same page again, which when you start creating, you'll learn this is a very crucial tool. I want this same page again. All you got to do is right click and then go down to where it says duplicate. Bam. And I have another one just like it. Another cool feature with this is maybe I have one flip chart open and I want to use a page from that one flip chart in this flip chart. All I got to do is just go to the page, go copy, and you can paste it right back into this browser. When you paste, it usually pastes it right after the one you're highlighted on. So it's pretty simple there. You can copy and paste pages from different flip charts back and forth. And as like I said before, once you start creating, you'll start doing that a lot. But that's pretty much it. You can also add a new page, things like that, insert page, and last, do you want a blank page before or after the one you're on? So it's pretty simple with those things, but that's just the page part of it. And it's just lets you bounce around, lets you navigate. One other thing I want to show you before I leave the page browser is you can adjust the size of the pages. So as these get really long, you start having to scroll down. Well, you can adjust the size so you can see all of them on the browser much easily. And this would be nice if you're just jumping from page to page. So right over here, this bottom area lets you adjust the size of the pages, so it lets you bounce back and forth. So that's the page part. The next part is the media guide. This part is a little more in depth, and what this is if you want to add anything like pictures, video clips, sounds, as you can see right there, you go to the media part, and they're all through here. There's some preloaded things that are already in there, and you can also go out and browse your files, and you could go to your individual H drives or O drives and select any videos, like I said, or pictures or sounds that you have out there. So this is just kind of media insert. So if I wanted this alarm clock, I would just click on it, drag it over, it puts it right in there, and it puts that alarm clock sound in. Pretty simple with that. And we'll talk more about sound and things like that when it comes into those things, but that's one way you can find it. The next one is this is our layering tool. This page doesn't show us much. I'm going to bounce back to one of these pages. On the object browser, everything you create on a page is an object, and we'll talk more about this when we do layering. But you can see all these different things that have happened here, all these different pen strokes, shapes, and things like that. They're all on a layer, and on this layering page, you can move them around. So see how shape 3 is that big circle? It just highlighted on the screen. I can move it all the way to the top, so it's in front of everything else. See how it's in front of everything? Or I can move it all the way to the bottom, so it's behind everything else. So that's just the way things work with that. So we'll talk more about layering in a second video here. You have a notes section, and you'll see this a lot when you're downloading flip charts from Promethean Planner or borrowing from other things. People will put notes in there, and the notes will tell you how maybe the page is set up, how it works, what content it has. These are just a notes section. So when you go to these pages, you'll see a little note tab usually on them. They're up in the corner, and you'll just know that there's a note attached to you telling you about this page. The next one is the property browser. Property browser is where you get to do all the like little tricks and things like that. You set up restrictors and things to let you do things with the certain items. So since I already have this one highlighted, let's put a restrictor on and kind of show what that is. I just scroll down to restrictors. I want to let this thing move on a vertical line only. So then I just clicked on can move vertically and click out. So now when I grab that thing, it will only move vertical, or I can make it move horizontal. You can also create a certain path that goes down and things like that, but that's what restrictors do. Or anytime you see those tricks on here where you click on something and something pops up, that's created in the restrictors. Then we have the property browser. In the property browser after that, we have the action browser. This is where we give actions to objects. So if I want something to happen when I click on this circle, I'd go to the action browser and say, okay, when I click on this circle, I want to hide. So hide is a function that'll disappear, reappear. So I'm just going to select the target. We're going to say the blue circle, and I'm going to apply. So now when I click on that blue circle, it'll disappear. And notice when I hover over it, that little blue play button happens. That just tells you that that object has a action to it. So I click it, it goes away. I click it, it comes back. And I'll have a video that teaches you how to do the hide function, but this is where it's at when you find it. So pretty cool there. And then the last tab on the browser bar is your voting systems. And right now I have no voting systems connected to this, so it doesn't show any, but when you have them assigned to this computer, to your computer, your clickers, if you have them, you'll see the clicker numbers. This is also where you'll assign your students at. So if you go through there, you can create your class list, and that'll all be in there. And I'll have videos, because this is a pretty in-depth thing, but I'll have videos that show you how to do all that. But that's where you do it also. You can also register devices on this part of the browser too. So really quick, that's just the different parts of the browser right there. And there's so much information in each of these areas that I'll create little videos that you can see how to do certain things in these different areas. So that's the browser bar over there. Just remember that if it disappears, you can always bring it back by going to View, Browser, and that's that.